We drive cars every single day, they're a normal part of our daily life. But have you ever stopped to think about what's happening under the car bonnet? It's a symphony of engineering, a marvel of controlled explosions and precision. At the heart of it all lies the engine, the beating heart of your vehicle. This is what transforms fuel into motion, giving your car the power to move forward. Engines come in all shapes and sizes, but we'll focus on the most common type, the internal combustion engine. This ingenious invention is found in millions of cars, trucks, and motorcycles worldwide. It's the workhorse of the automotive world, and understanding its basic principles is easier than you might think. We'll break down the complex processes happening inside your engine into easy-to-understand chunks. Get ready to dive into the world of pistons, crankshafts, and the magic of the four-stroke cycle. Imagine a tiny cylinder inside your engine. This cylinder is the stage where a fascinating process unfolds. Now picture a piston moving up and down within that cylinder. This piston is like a dancer performing a precise routine. This up and down movement is the heart of how an engine works. It's a rhythmic motion that powers your vehicle. It's all about a carefully choreographed dance called the four-stroke cycle. Each stroke plays a crucial role in generating power. Stroke 1 is intake. The piston moves down, sucking in a mixture of fuel and air. This is the engine's way of taking a deep breath. Think of it like breathing in a deep breath of fresh air. The engine needs this mixture to create power. Next comes compression. The piston moves back up, squeezing that fuel-air mixture into a tight space. This compression is essential for the next step. This is like holding your breath before diving into a pool. The mixture is now primed and ready for ignition. Now comes the exciting part, power. A spark ignites the compressed mixture, causing a mini explosion that forces the piston back down with great force. This is the moment of power. Imagine jumping out of the pool after holding your breath. The energy released is what propels the piston. The final stroke is exhaust. The piston goes up again, pushing out the burnt gases from the explosion. This clears the way for the next cycle. It's like exhaling after that big jump. The engine expels the waste gases, ready to start the process anew. These four strokes repeat hundreds of times per minute, creating the power that turns your car's wheels. It's a relentless cycle of energy conversion. It's a continuous cycle of intake, compression, power, and exhaust. A beautiful ballet of mechanics that keeps you moving. This intricate dance is what makes modern engines so efficient and powerful. We've talked about the four-stroke cycle, but what actually ignites the fuel-air mixture? That's where spark plugs come in. The tiny heroes that create the spark of life inside your engine. Spark plugs are like miniature lightning bolts, strategically placed at the top of each cylinder. They're connected to the ignition system, which sends a jolt of high-voltage electricity to the spark plug at just the right moment. This electricity jumps across a tiny gap between two electrodes at the tip of the spark plug, creating a powerful spark. This spark ignites the compressed fuel-air mixture, causing a controlled explosion that pushes the piston down with tremendous force. Without spark plugs, your engine wouldn't be able to fire, and your car would be nothing more than a very expensive paperweight. Spark plugs need to withstand extreme temperatures and pressures, so they're built tough. They're essential for keeping your engine running smoothly and efficiently. Remember those tiny sparks next time you turn the key. They're the unsung heroes of your engine's performance. Section 4. Pistons, crankshafts, and the dance of motion. We know that the spark plug ignites the fuel-air mixture, but how does that explosion actually turn the wheels of your car? This is where the piston, connecting rod, and crankshaft come into play, a team of mechanical marvels that work in perfect harmony. Imagine the piston as a dancer, moving up and down within the cylinder. This up and down motion, powered by the explosions, needs to be converted into rotational force to turn the wheels. That's where the connecting rod and crankshaft come in. The connecting rod acts like a leg, connecting the piston to the crankshaft. The crankshaft is like the dancer's hips, converting the up and down motion of the piston into a smooth circular motion. It's this rotational force from the crankshaft that's ultimately transferred to the wheels, making your car move. This intricate dance of pistons, connecting rods, and crankshafts happens thousands of times per minute, seamlessly converting explosions into motion. It's a testament to the power of simple mechanical principles working together in perfect harmony. Section 5, breathing in, breathing out, the importance of valves. We've talked about the fuel-air mixture and how it gets ignited, but how does it actually get in and out of the cylinder? This is a crucial aspect of engine operation that often goes unnoticed. Just like we need to breathe, an engine needs a way to take in fresh air and expel exhaust gases. This breathing process is essential for the engine to function efficiently and effectively. This is where valves come into play, the gatekeepers of the combustion process. They regulate the flow of gases in and out of the cylinders, ensuring the engine runs smoothly. Each cylinder has two main types of valves, intake valves and exhaust valves. These valves work in harmony to manage the engine's breathing process. Intake valves are like tiny doors that open to allow the fresh fuel-air mixture to enter the cylinder during the intake stroke. This mixture is crucial for the combustion process that powers the engine. They then close tightly during compression and power strokes to ensure maximum pressure for the explosion. This closure is vital for maintaining the engine's efficiency and power output. Exhaust valves, on the other hand, open up after the power stroke to release the burnt gases from the cylinder during the exhaust stroke. This expulsion of gases is necessary to make room for the next intake of fresh fuel-air mixture. They then close during the intake and compression strokes to prepare for the next cycle. This cyclical process is what keeps the engine running continuously. These valves are controlled by a camshaft, which is driven by the crankshaft. The camshaft's role is to ensure that the valves open and close at the right times. The camshaft acts like the conductor of an orchestra, ensuring that the valves open and close at precisely the right moment for the engine to run smoothly. This precise timing is crucial for optimal engine performance. Without these precisely timed valve operations, the engine wouldn't be able to breathe properly, and the combustion process would be disrupted. This disruption can lead to significant performance issues and even engine failure. It's amazing how such small components play such a crucial role in the engine's performance. These valves, though tiny, are indispensable for the engine's overall functionality and efficiency. Section 6, the right recipe, fuel and air mix. We know that engines need fuel and air to run, but it's not as simple as just throwing them together. The key to efficient combustion lies in getting the right mixture of fuel and air, just like a good recipe needs the perfect balance of ingredients. Too much fuel, and the mixture will be rich, leading to incomplete combustion, wasted fuel, and increased emissions. Too little fuel, and the mixture will be lean, resulting in reduced power and potential engine damage. Getting this mixture just right is crucial for engine performance, fuel efficiency, and emissions control. This is where the fuel system comes into play. The fuel system's job is to deliver the precise amount of fuel to the cylinders to create the ideal air-fuel ratio for combustion. In older cars, this task was handled by carburetors, while modern vehicles rely on electronic fuel injection systems. Both systems have their pros and cons, which we'll explore in the next section. Section 7. Carburetors versus injection. Two ways to fuel the beast. In this section, we will explore the evolution of fuel delivery systems in automotive engines, comparing the classic carburetor with the modern electronic fuel injection system. For decades, carburetors were the go-to technology for mixing fuel and air in engines. These devices were the heart of the engine, ensuring that the right mixture of fuel and air was delivered to the combustion chambers. These mechanical marvels used principles of air pressure and fuel flow to create the combustible mixture. By adjusting the flow of air and fuel, carburetors could control the engine's performance. Think of them as old-school perfume atomizers, drawing fuel into the airstream through a venturi, a narrow passage that increases air velocity and decreases pressure, drawing fuel in. This simple yet effective mechanism was the backbone of automotive engines for many years. Carburetors were simple and reliable, but they had their limitations. They required regular maintenance and tuning to keep them running efficiently. They weren't very precise in their fuel metering, especially under varying engine loads and speeds. This lack of precision often led to suboptimal performance and fuel consumption. This led to inefficiencies, increased emissions, and the occasional need for a good old-fashioned carburetor tune-up. Mechanics would often have to adjust the carburetor to ensure the engine ran smoothly. Enter electronic fuel injection, the modern solution to fuel delivery. This technology revolutionized the way engines received their fuel, offering a more precise and efficient method. This sophisticated system uses electronic sensors to monitor engine parameters like air intake, throttle position, and engine temperature. These sensors provide real-time data to the engine control unit. It then uses this information to calculate the precise amount of fuel needed and injects it directly into the cylinders or intake manifold using electronically controlled injectors. This level of precision ensures optimal performance and efficiency. Electronic fuel injection is far more precise and efficient than carburetors, resulting in improved performance, reduced emissions, and better fuel economy. This technology has become the standard in modern automotive engineering. It's one of the key reasons why modern cars are so much cleaner and more efficient than their older counterparts. The transition from carburetors to electronic fuel injection marks a significant advancement in automotive technology, paving the way for future innovations.